So, starting at the beginning, Corinne, in one of the early chapters of the book, you describe an exercise which I really liked, as I'm quite a visual person, which was drawing a picture of the world. Could you run us through what this is and why it could be useful for graduates looking for their first graduate job?
Yes, now I've included this activity, and sometimes I do it on a workshop, sometimes I'm doing it when I'm coaching people kind of one-to-one, and I get people to draw a picture of their world, of their career as they see it now. And people look at me kind of gone mad and think, what on earth is she asking me to do this for? But I say, look, you can put anything down there at all. You can put people, places, you can put how you're feeling down there, you can put metaphors. Really, it's a very blank canvas to put anything down on there that feels important to you. It's not about drawing by any means. I mean, I can't draw. I can do stick people and, and squiggles. But what's quite profound about what comes out as a result is that you see very much a psychological snapshot of where people are at the moment, because what gets expressed in people's pictures most often is their feelings of frustration, uncertainty. It might reveal that actually there are some things they're really happy with and they really enjoy and want to do more of, but there's other things that are really worrying them. And quite often the things that are worrying them seem disproportionately large on their photo. So it's actually a very revealing picture. And what's useful about that in career coaching, or when you're thinking about your coaching, is that you can see what's taking your mental energy at the moment, as well as sometimes the things that you can do to remedy that. So as a kind of a stock take, you can talk practically about, well, this is my career situation at the moment and I'm working on this, or I'm struggling to get this job, or whatever. But it's also very useful to know just how you're feeling, how confident you're feeling, as well. That's an important part that you need to take into consideration.
Yeah, no, and what would go into the picture? Is it just anything that people are feeling at the time in terms of just getting it down?
So people might put their place of work, they might put their boss, they might put the commute to work, they might put metaphors, they might put a staircase with a glass ceiling. They might, if they want to work outdoors, they're fed up working indoors, they might put the open countryside because that's the thing that really attracts them. Whereas, they represent feeling very cramped in the office that they're with, or they might represent conflict. They might have people fighting with each other, or lack of money. Any of those things. It's really, really diverse. And sometimes people will just write, just draw squiggles. You can't see actually what it means at all. But the meaning behind that, when they talk to you about the meaning of what they've represented on there, it's really heartfelt. It's really deeply rooted. And I think as a career coach, what you're doing, and when people are thinking about the career, you're looking at the practical situation, but there's also something about helping people getting in the right psychological frame of mind to make the move, to put themselves forward, to, bring their best A game to an interview. So I think just taking stock at the moment and seeing where people are, where people's confidence levels are, for instance, that's always really helpful.
And I've used these type of exercises in workshops I've run before, and yeah, despite often people might be quite skeptical about doing them at the beginning, but then once they've overcome their skepticism and got involved, then they really do find the benefit from them. So with this example, would you recommend that people do it and then maybe come back to it a couple of days later to try and analyze it, or get someone else to analyze it, or analyze it themselves? What would you recommend?
I think just kind of being really in the moment and spontaneously doing it is really important. But as you say, then give yourself some space to go back to it. One, because you might want to add something, but two, because it's often quite profound. I mean, I've used that word a few times, profound, but that's not an understatement. People can be really very struck by what they see represented down there. So I think giving it some space, then going back to it and seeing the raw emotion that you often can see in the picture. But I also think it is helpful talking to somebody else about it, and just that, because I think the thing about the picture is that sometimes it's hard to articulate what you're feeling and to find the words to express what's kind of churning around on your head. And drawing a picture is a very shortcut way to access that. And once you've got the picture down, you can then start to describe the picture and why you've done it that way. So it helps in the articulating, if you like, of how you're feeling. So I think if you've got an opportunity to talk to somebody else, so that might be a friend, a partner, a career coach, just to unleash that a little bit. Because as I say, it's a very psychologically rooted exercise, actually. So I think to relieve some of that psychological pressure that might have built up, particularly if you're in a challenging career situation, the picture is a way to open the gate. Talking about it to somebody else is a way to kind of, again, help vent it. And in venting it, it kind of dissipates some of its energy. Yep. And it's more manageable.
And so I really like them. But for people who might be, as I mentioned, feeling a bit skeptical about doing this, what recommendations would you give to why they should really, give it a go, put their skepticism to the side for half an hour and just really get stuck in?
Well, I think that nobody's forced to do the exercise, and some people are less visual than others, and again, sometimes people might be dyspraxic or they're worried about, so I understand all of those concerns. But I think if they can give it a try, just go with it. They don't need to show anybody else to it. It's the purpose and meaning is for them. But I think if they give themselves to it, I think they will find something that's meaningful about it. But there's no point doing it half-hearted. Yep. Just doing a mini doodle and right, I've done the exercise. Because actually, with all of the exercise, whether you're working with a career coach, whether you're working through this book, Career Coach, it's like there's only any point if you're going to give it your all. Yep. If you're going to really try, there's no point doing this superficial. So I'd say, look, just go for it. Just try it properly and see what comes out.
And we've talked about the book, and links to the book and a full transcript will be available in the show notes, which are today at graduatejobpodcast.com/careercoach.